What is going on, guys? And yes, Sarge is back, and this is our fourth episode for the commanders for tier 3. And last two videos I did speak about the tier 1 and about the tier 2 commanders. Some crazy skills there with the commander abilities and the overall use they have in your army. So for this video, what I'm going to be talking to you guys about is the overall tier 3 commanders, what their abilities are, somewhat of what I recommend the tree line should be if you wanted to unlock them, or if you didn't unlock them. They all take, I'm pretty sure, 9,000 to unlock, so it is quite a bit of a struggle to get them. But if you do get them, like I managed to do in a Mantham chest, I got the lucky Dane Ironfort. Basically, just make sure that you read all their abilities and watch the rest of this video, because I'll be explaining every single commander and how their abilities are, and what abilities would be really good if you did have them in your army. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay guys, so Dane Ironfort is the first one of today for the tier 3 units, commanders, and basically Dane is a complete, he is very, very strong. He's a warrior control. What he does take is the Ithilding coins, so yeah, they are, it takes, like, for him, it takes 9,000 Ithilding coins. I was really, really lucky. I managed to unlock him. He's my very first tier 3 commander, so yeah, it was incredible when I unlocked him. Really, really happy. So yeah, when you first do get him, if you guys do get him, his might is out of control. And if we have a look at my commanders right now, he's only level 27 and he's got 241 might. Now let's look at the tier 1 Haldir. 242. Look at the difference in level. It is insane, guys. It is completely insane. I think I might level him up a little bit more right now. So yeah, let me just level that up right there. Okay, too easy. All right, so back to it. So basically, he is quite insane. To be honest, when you have a look at his stats, mainly I've done the Ironfoot and the Lord of the Iron Hills, because their stats are really good for dwarves, for melee dwarves, because my main focus of attack is for, I guess, my offensive unit. It's basically having a ton of melee footmen that are tier 3 for dwarves. So basically, in his Ironfoot as well, he's got plus 15 speed, as well as 15 plus might, and also extra 2 HP for dwarves. So he's really dwarf based unit. He's the king. So I would definitely say he's amazing if you are a main dwarf unit. But you can also use him as a commander in your army for not just dwarves as well. He also does a few abilities for other units, but just mainly the dwarf melee units. So definitely have melee units if you're dwarven melee units if you're going to be using him. This is what I've been using so far, the Ironfoot and Lord of the Iron Hills. Haven't unlocked the rest because it takes a lot to unlock the next points for him for the respect. But yeah, definitely, I would definitely recommend him. So the second commander that we're going to be looking at is Thranduil. So basically, I have not unlocked him. He does take, for his respect, it does take about 9,000 respect. So I haven't really got that much of him. I only unlocked 2,100 of 7. So he does take a lot. So it's going to take time to unlock him. But if you do get him, luckily, in a Mantham chest, then congratulations. But he is mainly focused on the elves, the Lothlorien faction. So if you have a look at his stats, basically a lot of it's all just based on the elves. This one is really good, the Mirkwood's Vigor. So it receives an additional poison damage, so 5 round onwards after all against all enemies, so that's pretty good if it's maxed out. Bit of poison damage, as well as the Grey Elf. You get speed, chance of avoiding damage, all allies. It's decent, it's not crazy, but it's not bad. And then you have a look at the Heir of Greenwood of Great. So if you guys do respect it, increases respect level. He does normal gain attack damage to 10. After each instance of causing physical damage, there is a 40% chance of heal. To heal one allied target, so recovery rate is 4%. That's decent. Then you have a look at this one. This one was actually quite good. The Kingdom of the Woodland Realm. So max level while defending elves. Damage received -22. So if just say your castle is getting attacked, your elves receive less damage, which is really good. You know, going against these big heavy troops, you have a lot of elves in your kingdom. You know, this does really help out a hell of a lot. If you have a look at his other abilities, it's all mainly for the elves. He's definitely a good powerhouse for the Lothorian faction, so I do recommend him for there. But that's if you get him. So good luck, guys, for that. Okay guys, so we have Radagast the Brown for our number 3 commander. So basically, Radagast is a lot like Gandalf the Grey, as he's a tier 2. So Radagast is a tier 3. So if we have a look at his what he requires for his respect, so 9,000 to start off. The Windlord Feather, so that he's the only one that requires this. So if you're going to be focusing on him, this is what he requires. So for his stats, he's very similar to Gandalf. Gandalf the Grey, but you know what confused me was the overall fact of his last ability is for eagles. I don't know how that sort of connects with the overall Lord of the Rings trilogy, because I've never seen him actually collide with, not collide, but interact with eagles in the actual film. So that was kind of confusing, as well as Gandalf doesn't have that ability. Which was kind of surprising to me, but you know, that is pretty good. He has a lot of beast abilities, which is really good. So if you have your beasts, definitely use him. For HB army, you know, he increases a little bit of damage here and there, but he's mainly a support based character. Definitely do recommend him if you're using your beasts and you really need a support character for your army. Okay, so for our 4th commander is Elrond, so Lord Elrond, as I would say. He is part of Rivendell, as you remember from the Lord of the Rings trilogy. He requires Meruvor, if I've pronounced that right. Please do let me know if I pronounced that wrong. So basically with his stats, they're actually quite interesting. They are a lot like Haldir when it comes down to the damage towards the ranged units. So for this character, he does really well towards the range units of elves. If you have a look at this, it also might and focus plus 10, gain either might, focus, so that's a lot of might and focus. And then also for this, against 2 enemy targets, deals 10.6% physical damage on the next level. So it does increase, and then that prioritizes for the ranged units, which is really good. A little bit of health here and there, focus damage, as well as just, you know, a lot of based on the Uruk-hai and trolls, which is really good. It increases, you know, the HP. You know, he's a really well-rounded character. I do recommend him. If you do unlock him, he's gonna take a little bit to unlock, don't get me wrong, but I do recommend him. Okay, so we have Gandalf the White. Gandalf the White, I haven't checked him out that much yet, but he does require the white robe cloth. So I have not unlocked any of this white robe cloth. Do let me know if you guys do, because haven't seen any yet in any of the Manthem chests that I've opened. Most of the coins, they mainly give you ale and lembas bread, and you know, a few of the rare and 1 or 2 of the legendary for, you know, for the other tier 3 commanders. But for him, I haven't seen any white robe cloth yet, so we'll be on the lookout for some. Having a look at his abilities, he's a lot like Gandalf the Grey, you know, Gandalf and Gandalf. Yes, so it's a lot more focused on the, you know, damage debuff as well, a few bit of the beasts here and there, the focus damage, afflict stun defense, 3 3 for 3 rounds, which is really good. 20 focus damage, that was pretty crazy in my opinion. Commanders deal damage against one enemy target, 50% chance of dealing an additional 6, that's really good. Bit of health here and there, as well as this one I really did like, the 20 speed. This is really good in my opinion, I really do love this. So as well, the 2 allied units recover 17 HP round. A lot of mixed around abilities, but really good, I recommend. So yeah, that's Gandalf the White. Alright, so we have Galadriel. So out of all the commanders that I've seen in the tier 3 so far, she has the most focus on the first level, I've noticed, which is pretty insane in my opinion. To unlock her, she does require the lost Quenya score, so she's the only one that requires this. Does take 9,000, so I'm definitely going to try and unlock her from her abilities that I've seen. So to start off with her abilities, the Lady of Lorien, basically plus 15 recover received, 2%, which is really good. The Mistress of Magic, normal attacks now cause focus damage as well, so you know, focus damage is increase and increase and increase. It depends on how high it goes. We'll see how that goes. The White Council damage debuff comes into effect once more. You know, this is really good as well as damage to orcs, Uruk-hai and trolls. This one, that is really good. Another plus 15 focus. I really did like this one. Recover 51.4% HP and gain a 50% chance of recovering an additional 51.4 HP. That's pretty good. I really want that, but that's only for one allied unit. So, you know, depending on which unit she chooses, you know, it goes from there. As well as a little bit of defense here and there. But I'm looking forward to possibly seeing if I can unlock her. I don't know if I can yet. I only can get 3. But near in the future, I definitely want to try and unlock her and put in my unit. But yeah. Okay, for the next one, we got the King of the Dead. So he is a leader and a control commander. Definitely from his abilities that I've seen from jotting them all down on a piece of paper that I have, they are pretty insane. So he does require the prophetic excerpt scrolls. It's a bit of a tongue twister, I'm not gonna lie. So it does require quite a bit of them, so you know it's going to take a while to unlock him. So for his abilities, they're pretty insane. So a lot of them is to counteract the players the players' abilities, which is one I saw. So one I really did like, all allied units damage is 1.4, and then enemy and all our units cannot be healed. So that's really good as well. If you have going against a player that has a lot of heal abilities, and he will not be able to use them. So the next one, might and during combat, allied and enemy units deal minimum damage, focus plus 15, which is good as well. I like this one as well. So cannot be affected by any skills. So undead cannot be affected by any skills from friend or foe cast during the battle preparation phase. I really do like that one. If they have any abilities, they will your army will not be affected by them. So also because of this, the dead men, you know, allied bit of race damage as well as this chance of stun. I really do like his abilities. I definitely do recommend him. But yeah, that's my whole input of the King of the Dead. Okay, for the next one we have Aragon, King of Men. So Aragon, what he requires to unlock is the Royal Banner of Elendil. So it does require a lot to unlock him. And for his abilities, they're actually pretty insane. So to start off with the small abilities here and there, so the Thranduil, there's might plus 15, deals 20% physical damage against 2 enemy targets, which is good. 50% chance of receiving an additional recovery effect for this ability. The Strider ignores the race restrictions of all equipment. That, in my opinion, is really good. This one really caught my eye. So, first 5 rounds, men, when affected by stun or madness, damage received. So -6. So, depending on how many levels it can go up to, this is pretty crazy when this will go up. Just say 50 to 60% of this stun or madness damage. You know, none of that affects you, which is, well, depending on the percentage of this required. So, you know, that is really good. And then this one, buff persists for the entire battle. Depending on how many battles your units are in, him as a commander, they'll continue throughout the whole battle, which is pretty insane in my opinion. Deals 40% pursuit, gains pursuit, even better. I really do love him. I will want to unlock him. But yeah, that's my whole opinion. Okay, for the last commander, for the tier 3 units, and for all the commanders that we have, is Gilgalad. So, a bit of a weird name. So he was a bit interesting why he's all the way over here, but I guess that's due to, you know, the overall Lord of the Rings play in. I have no idea. I don't know why he's here. If you guys could tell me why he is on the complete other side of the map and he's like not even in the main spectrum of all the main commanders, it would be really helpful. Might because of the Lord of the Rings history, but you know, that's for another story. Anyway, let's get back to it. So he does require the High King of the North's banner, so he's the only one that does require this. It does take 9,000 to unlock him, so a little bit of time to unlock him as well. So for his abilities are a little bit interesting, but not too crazy. So you know, the plus 15, you know, the bit of physical damage here and there, but it's stun damage for this ability here. The Kingsley Kin, for this one it's plus defense, and then for elves it's chance to avoid all damage 4%. So for the first 2 rounds, sorry, for the first 2 rounds. So depending on what level you have that on, it'll be really good. So the top level's 15, so 15 multiplied by 4.7. You do the maths, you know, it'll actually be really crazy. So next one we have for this is the White Council. So the damage debuff comes into effect once more. So for this, you know, it levels up, it goes pretty quite crazy. For the High King, so this is for the elves mainly, for your elven units. So plus HP is 3, which is really good. For all elves, damage received is -1, so that'll be, you know, if it's 15, it'll be 15% negative damage. That's if you get it to the respect level 5. So you know, the rest is the elven leader, the skill, chance to follow up, which is really good for this ability, and that is for, if we have a look, that each round, so chance to follow up. So that's for this ability here, the elven leader. So I'm pretty sure this will be added on towards the next rounds that you do fight with this commander. So, but do not quote me on that. I'm just trying to piece together what all his abilities are and how they are used into battle, because I haven't unlocked him yet. I don't think I will. I'm not sure if he's a commander for me, but this is his abilities for now. So yeah, that's my whole my whole view on the Gilgalad. Okay guys, so that is it for our commanders. I will be making more videos on Lord of the Rings Rise to War later on. Probably I'll bring out another video tomorrow on something special or something new, or maybe some gameplay footage if you guys would like that. But yeah, please do smash that sub and like button. It does really help me. Let me know what you think, and towards if I had any questions in this video or anything that you did find that I didn't add, please do let me know, and that does really help. But yeah, this is Sarge, and thank you guys for watching.